Hi everyone. So this is a plea from the heart, or a cry from the heart, to be prepared. As I mentioned in my EDC channel update video that I was going to do a video of being prepared. So I don't often ask this, but I'm going to ask, please share this video with please share this video on YouTube. I really like people to listen and to be prepared. Now the reason I want people to listen is because I'm disabled. And things can happen. Sometimes I see things from my perspective which many people won't, and I often see that people are not always prepared for things, for things to go wrong, especially during travel. And this is not meant to be an insult on somebody, and this is not supposed to be a scathing retort. And this is simply there to offer a different view and to offer guidance, to say, look, please be prepared because things can go wrong, and other people that you expect to look after you in a certain situation may not. I'm not saying they won't or they will not, may not. And so please don't twist my words or misinterpret them. They're not there in a negative way. This is simply following an incident that I saw and I was very upset about because of the tweets I read from one of the victims or one of the people involved in the incident, and I thought that I should do another video. So a couple of days ago, I believe, so on the 14th of the 14th of June 2019, this year, so it's now, today is the 17th, so on the 14th of June, basically what happened is a lady tweets, and I was thinking of highlighting her tweets, but I don't want anyone to say anything negative. I mean, she's received amazing positive feedback, but I'm reading her tweets. She writes, 48 hours ago, I was on the headline news Corby East Midlands train emergency for 13 hours. Actually, I'll show you because she's already published that she's on the news. So she's on Twitter and she's a lady in the UK. I'm in the UK as well. So she writes, emergency for 13 hours. Profits before people. So it's a 25 tweet thread. Now I'm going to show you a quick video which is she's posted. So it's not really copyright or anything. It's just a tweeted video. It's out. Okay, so it's just like a 10-second clip. Basically, she's evacuating the train after 13 hours. So essentially, she writes, what I will do is I'll quickly go through her tweets and you can pause my video clip to read at your leisure. So, tweet number 2, tweet number 3, tweet number 4, tweet number 5, tweet number 6, tweet number 7, tweet number 8, tweet number 9, tweet number 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, tweet number 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. So this is a series, and it's brutally honest, beautifully well written to it, and I absolutely would like to shake this lady's hand because she has, tweeted about an extremely event that is completely, you feel it out of control. So this lady says, I got on the train from Sheffield, which is a city in the north, at 13:59, going to St Pancras, which is a train station in London, in the UK. All straightforward until 4 p.m. Unforeseen circumstances meant we went to Leicester. After 30 minutes, they decided to reroute onto seldom used tracks to get us to London quickly. The first bad decision. So this is a catalogue, and you can go through the tweets yourself. And then there's a couple of tweets in here that like. Tweet number 7 refers that hours have passed and packed in like sardines. I can imagine, because I've been on trains like that. In fact, the last train I went to London, there was a train missing and they packed everyone on. And I think even though I was disabled, I was like packed in a really tight space, and everyone was apologizing. But it was a bad way. So tweet number 10, people began to visibly panic. There is a tweet that I want to get to here, if you just bear with me. It refers to a gentleman that was with her, whom was, I believe, a heart patient. Yes. Tweet number... no, that was 20... 30, count-in. Sorry, if you just bear with me, I'm just trying to find a really important tweet that I want to base this a couple of more moments on. I forgot. Sorry, bad camera work. I know. Just bear with me. Sorry. Then driver announces. There is a tweet in here, a very important tweet. Sorry, I should have done this before. I did, but I just forgot. Just bear with me. Well, one of the tweets is this. I find one of the police officers join us passengers from so if you read tweet number 14. This is what I was talking about, being micro prepared, because when they're not listening to police officers, when the train companies are not listening to police officers who are exceptionally well trained people, then we have a problem. Okay, so I as a disabled person have a problem when you're in an emergency and they're not. So this is the tweet. I found the tweets, number 14 and number 15. So the police officer's advice was ignored, who wanted to evacuate during the daylight, which is obviously common sense. And obviously listening to a police officer during evacuation is pretty much a good idea. And then all this while she's on the train, we still had to pay for food and drinks. Some bottles were given. How much profit did they make? But people had babies with them. They were passing out, and others had health conditions and no access to their medicine. So that was the tweet. So 14 and 15 were the tweets that I really inspired me to make this video. So I wanted to say, look, anyone can find themselves in any problem at any time. Whether it's a 30-minute journey or whether it's a thing that you do every day, you need to be prepared. Now, this is not blaming anyone on that train, because there's nothing anyone could do. What I'm saying is, if I was on that train, I would be in serious trouble. Okay, and I'm quite well prepared. What I'm saying is, any one of us, however well prepared or unprepared, can find ourselves in a situation where everything is out of control. Like they said, the police officer wasn't listened to, and bad evacuation drills and so on. So micro prepare. You can't prepare for everything, but try to micro prepare. So a lot of, like tweet number 15 that she wrote, that they were selling food instead of giving food out during an emergency. Well, I think people should have food with them and a number of items with them. There were patients in there who didn't have a lot of medicine, because some people say, well, I'm just going to go for 30 minutes. I'll be back soon. I don't need to carry extra medicine with me. And that is the reason that I am doing this. That, you're on a train and you expect to be looked after, but something can always go wrong and then you're stuck. So my mess, and obviously my video is being inarticulate this time, but what I'm trying to say is, please cater for yourself. Please be ready to look after yourself in an emergency, and also to help other people in an emergency, because it's community. In an emergency, you don't have to know the person to be able to help them. It's just an instant community. And if you're prepared, then you can force multiply and help other people. Also, you can look after yourself. That's very worrying for me that the gentleman did not, or whomever the person was, did not have access to their medicine. That is a potentially life-threatening situation. So if you have any of those conditions, please carry at least, I carry a week's medicine in my EDC bag, which is a 511 Rush 24. You don't obviously need to carry a week's, but I carry a week's medicine wherever I go. You don't need to do that. You can also just carry 2 days medicine. I mean, it might just be 2 tablets, 1 tablet a day. But say you're in an emergency and your hands are shaking or something, or someone nudges into you, you drop the tablet, you damage the tablet, you can't take that tablet anymore. So you have another reserve. So, I mean, it's just micro. I mean, I'm not saying you have to carry a full hospital with you, but you might take a life-preserving tablet for a heart condition or a liver condition or whatever, 1 tablet a day. Just carry 2 extra tablets with you, because again, like I say, when you've been stuck in a train and someone knocks into you, or you're in a tight space, you drop that tablet, then you've got a spare with you. Like they say, 2 is 1, 1 is none. So please carry spare medicine with you. The reason I left this nice chocolate bar here was something for you nice to look at instead of my ugly face or my ugly hands. But please carry some food with you. A small chocolate bar, 2 chocolate bars. You can give them to someone else. If there's children with you, you can half give them to a child to keep the child entertained or something. Carry some water with you. Just carry some water with you. Again, you might not have on the train or the aircraft or the bus or wherever you are stranded in your car. If you're stranded in your car, you've gone to drop the kids off, and by the time you go back home, the police have closed the road because they've said there's been a flood leak or a gas leak, or the ambulance or the air ambulance needs to land, or the fire brigade have closed it for any reason. Carry some water, carry some food. Please carry spare medicine. If there's someone else with you, carry spare medicine. Ask them to carry their own spare medicine. So these are just the basic items that I really recommend. And sometimes the reason I'm doing this video is because these are basic everyday items that we as people, because we're so busy with running about with work or making money or whatever, these are basic things that we forget. And I forget them, you may forget them. So this video is simply there to say, look, I understand that you are out being successful and I wish you all the success, but please remember the basics, and they will help you in an emergency, because even in an emergency, all that important stuff goes. You resort to basic stuff. So you must have basics with you. Medicine, water, because water can be shared with anyone, and some food. Also, the essential thing that you must carry with you, which I see people are not carrying these days, is you're going to be surprised what I'm about to show you in a minute, because some people will probably be asking me, what is it? Because everyone seems to be paying online with iPay or with touch of a phone or touch of a hand or touch of an iPhone watch or something. It's something really rare, or it's something we used to use in the old days. It's called paper cash. That was probably sarcastic, I'm sorry. But I have seen so many incidents when I'm at the train station, especially in London, Euston. People don't have cash with them. They just don't have cash with them, and the cash machine is not working. And then they can't buy their ticket, and they can't buy food with them. Please, I'm not being insulting. I'm really trying to help you. So the first was a joke. If you didn't get it, it was a joke. But please, carry some cash with you. In the UK, I would suggest, I would suggest about £20-30. I carry a lot more. Depending on where you go, if you travel a lot further, carry more. Cover enough. Carry about, might sound excessive, but carry about £100 to cover a standard quick ticket of a train. They usually cost about £60-70 anyway, don't they now? So find out what a reasonable ticket is and carry that much currency. You're going to get home. It's to get home, So carry cash with you. Carry, if you go further afield, a pair of spare clothes, underwear, leggings, bra, socks, t-shirt. I always carry a spare change of clothes with me at all times, locked up in a Ziploc bag. You can carry underwear in a Ziploc bag and stuff. So carry these minimum basics in your bag at all times, and do not forget to overlook them. I want to say a couple more things. So I'm going to stop this here as part one, and then I'll come back to you immediately for part two. So please, thank you very much for watching, and please do watch part two as well. Thank you.